Kenya, I think, killed it. I don't really agree with the judges and her having a low placement. I mean, because of her runway, definitely a low placement, but performance in the challenge-wise, no. The song that she got fit her voice so well, she did the choreography so right, the characterization was great, and she actually looked really good in the costume that they provided for her. Now, yes, sometimes she did seem like she was thinking about what she has to do next, or if she was thinking about the words, but still, like, it never, at least for me, it never took me out of the fantasy, and I think that the critiques that they gave to her were a little unfair about that. She was definitely better than her scene partner, but yeah, I think that Kenya was good this week. Juicy, of course, did well with the choreography, but her characterization was nowhere to be found. Especially next to Kenya, like, you gotta go big. You have to be all over the place. You know what I mean? There were moments here where she looked disengaged, more so than what they said Kenya did. And did you notice that she held onto her wig when she was being held upside down by the dancers? Was the wig not glued down? I don't get it. I don't know. Also, her voice and her delivery of the lines was a little monotonous. It's kind of hard not to compare it to how exciting Kenya's part was and how Kenya did it, because they were, again, scene partners. Juicy did not have a bad performance, I would say, but, you know, it could have been better. Actually, I don't think anybody had a bad performance this week, but yeah, they're really nitpicking it this time around. I gotta talk about Discord and Nini together. They really made these two get the rapping bits, which, funny, yeah, but second of all, they actually did it well. Like, I really enjoyed their performances. I would have been okay with a no low placements this episode, because the girls really were killing it. And I love how Discord and Nini sounded together. I like their little bits of harmonizing, which I wonder if it happened organically or if they, like, produced it or whatever the hell happened in the post-production. Together, they sounded really well, is what I'm trying to say. The choreography, they had it. The characterization, they had it. But I was a little worried, thinking that the judges are going to make a bad spin on this, saying that, I don't know, one overshadowed the other or something happened. I don't think so. I think that they both did very, very well. The only problem, I guess, is that it was hard for me to separate them in the way that they performed and with their characterization. But, like, that would be the only critique there. The voice that Darlene chose for the dog is insane. Imagine if she had to do that live. That would have been so hard, and so hard on her throat, the way that she did it. Can we have Darlene on every season from now on? Not necessarily to compete, but just to have her in challenges to see what she's gonna do next, how she's gonna take on the challenge. I never know it with her. Mikey was a very strong lead, yes, but Darlene was right there on her tail the entire time. Honestly, I think that she had a very good performance, and given that she was mostly just making noises and that she did not have that much of a solo like all of the other girls, I think that she was still able to stand out, and again, a good episode for Darlene. Mikey, right away, star. Give her the win. She doesn't get the win, but give her the win. I jokingly said in some previous review that if Mikey just goes on to dominate the season until the end of it, I wouldn't mind seeing her win the season, because the challenges this season were flipped around and the order of them was messed up, so it doesn't matter that she got her first win so late. She was so charismatic in this role. She's so talented. She just gets it. And even from those first couple of lines, you could see that she was going to kill it. And oh my god, that high note on the "you're only a week away" line, that was so good. Can somebody with a better trained ear than me tell me, was that a C#5? Did I get that right? or did I completely mess it up, like, when recognizing the note? All things considered, like, even in the second part of the performance, it does seem like she missed some of the words when she was lip syncing, but they didn't really pay much attention to that later in the critiques. So, you know, let's pretend that we did not see that. Loved Mikey in this one. I think that this was a terrific episode for her. Rue was screaming the entire time Jane was performing. Again, and I keep saying it over and over again, how does Jane not win this season? She is excellent. She wasn't actually as monotonous as I thought that she was going to be. Like, when we looked at her recording session and the rehearsals, I thought that she was just going to be one note, but obviously that did not happen. I don't know why I thought that. Watching this, you just knew that this was going to be another high placement for Jane. At this point, the other queens should just gang up on her and burn her drag, maybe beat her up, I don't know, break a finger or something, if they want to have a chance at winning the crown.